Hello and welcome back to Level 7 Games podcast, where we talk about video games, movies, trading card games, and just also
music.
We do talk about music sometimes. That's true.
Chairs.
Chairs. A good chair can ruin or make or break your day.
It's true. Depends on how much you sit.
Yeah.
It also depends on if it's an electric chair.
Well, I mean, it would just ruin your day, right?
I mean, unless you were wishing for death. Some of us are.
That got dark. But yes, hello, I am John, the media guy. I do the edits, and, I'm trying to throw stuff up all the time.
Hey.
If it's YouTube, it's mainly me.
I told you, if you're trying to throw stuff up, you just one finger, just down the gullet.
That's true, that's
the
true.
Trick.
I keep trying to go for the 3, and then I just, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. My uvula is so bruised. Swollen. And I'm the game store John guy. I have the game stores, and I work at them, and we're building one right now, and we're very excited about that, and I haven't been the game store guy in a while. I've been the building guy for a while, so I don't feel like the game store guy.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months of this, and I'm ready. I'm ready for this to end.
It's been 3 months?
Yeah, so we took possession of the building April 23rd. And
oh, yeah.
So it's been May, June, July. It's been over 3 months now, sadly. It's going to probably be 4 months before we open. That was a little longer than I had expected, but, I also had different plans before we went into it. So, but shit changes. Yeah. Everything's cool.
I mean, that'll happen when you got to fix all the shit that they did wrong.
There was definitely some stuff that was sabotaged and some goofy stuff. You would think like adults in the real world wouldn't be so petty.
I was just thinking of that day that he just lost it on you.
Oh, that was crazy.
Did you want to tell it or no?
I mean, what we could tell the story. Okay, so when we got the new building, which day? I mean, there was the day that he got really mad. Oh, the day I called. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the day we were supposed to take possession of the building, which was the 23rd, he was already supposed to be out, right? And this is the previous occupant of the building. The building is sold. It's at this point we're going to sign the paperwork, get the keys, and then take possession. Well, I went there in the morning to make sure everything was cool, and then fucking guy is still there.
And with like a bunch of shit still, right?
Bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, I'm a little perturbed because we had discussed, like, hey, you're supposed to be out Thursday, now it's Friday.
And by that point, the extension had been used as well.
Right, so they extended another 45 days. This guy, at this point, we know he sabotaged some stuff inside the building to try to get us, like, change our mind on buying it. The whole thing was just really goofy. And this dude, he was just like, I don't know, just like I said, he spoke like John Malkovich. That was the weirdest. That was the weirdest part. Is like he never opened his teeth, okay, and he would talk like this, and he'd be like, okay. So the first thing you didn't understand about this building, okay, is she's very old, and he was just creepy. He's just a fucking creepy old dude who was like way too in love with this building. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great building. It's my precious, but yeah, I don't know. He didn't want to let it go, obviously, and by the time it came, we go there. Me and the real estate agent show up. I'm mad, and I'm like, yo, dude, you got to be out by the time I get back. You realize that. And he's like, oh, this and that, blah, 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 excuses. And then he has Comcast show up while we're there. And I'm like, how is this not done? How is all of this stuff not, like, how are you doing this on not even the last day, the day after the last day?
Yeah.
And so, it progresses. And the funny part is when he loses his mind when I ended up calling him a butt.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, dude, you've been a butt this whole time. And this old man just got furious at being referred to as a butt. Like, not a butthead, not a butthole, not an ass, not an asshole, nothing like that. I just said, yeah, dude, because he started like bringing up these blueprints. And he's like, I got something that's going to help you. And I said, oh, that's great, man, because you haven't really been a whole lot of help this whole time. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude, you kind of been a butt. and the dude just fucking went off the handle. Oh, just gone. Just immediately just fucking gone. Like, if he had a gun, he would have shot me in the face. I guarantee it. Like, he was so mad at being called a butt by me. I don't, by anybody, I think. He just wasn't prepared for that in his position in life or whatever. Very entitled, weird guy. And he crumples up all the blueprints. He's like, you'll never get anything. You're a fucking asshole. And I'm like... I called you a butt, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just saying you're being kind of a butt. Like, you sabotage. You cut some fucking wires in the heating system. You cut some wires in the electrical system. Like, you did all these things that we know was you but can't prove. That's being a butt at the very least.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have called him a dickhead. Could have called him anything. Yeah. But I said butt. And that was the one. It was perfect.
Dude.
Fuck that guy.
That cracked me up so hard later that day because I showed up later. You told me about that. Yeah. It's like, that's amazing.
I was still furious.
A little bit.
I'm still furious. That dude wasted so much time, energy, and money of ours just trying to figure out the things that he broke in that building to try. It was ridiculous. But anyhow, we bought a building and we had to fix a bunch of stuff, and try to make it look cool.
Right. And trust me. It does. It really does.
I'll trust you because I look at it and, it's like, I don't know, something you look at every day where you're just like, all you see are the things that you haven't done.
Right.
So.
But yeah. Seeing it on a weekly basis, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm fucking excited. I want the shit to be open already. I'm sick of building it. I want to just sell people things now.
Yeah. Definitely to the point where I'm ready for it to open too. And I haven't even put in, I've put in a seventh of the amount of work that you have.
I mean, I appreciate everyone's help.
Yeah.
And we've all worked very hard on it.
Yeah. But on to the first topic of the week.
Topic of the week. Wait, topic, or are we doing question of the day?
Oh, well, I mean, we'll do question of the day. I'm sorry. The first topic is always the question of the day.
Oh, okay, sure. And question of the day is for us and for you at home. And anybody who participates in this week's question of the day is eligible to win a cool Level 7 Games sticker pack. We got a cool little Broncos sticker. It's like a little Yoshi throwing a football instead of an egg. You get it. And then this little Gashapon Toad capsule machine thing that our buddy Joe drew for us. And then this really fucking radical, I don't know, I'm calling it a skateboard sticker because I made it, they're like 6 by 17 inches and they go right in between your trucks on a longboard or a skateboard.
Right.
And it's just a trippy Bowser, Mario.
It's pretty resilient too because I already put it on my longboard and I accidentally scraped it on one of the curbs that I went over and it really didn't jack it up.
I did order the heavy duty.
Yeah, so it's really a heavy duty sticker.
Yeah, this one and this one are both like, they're meant to be outdoor heavy duty. So yeah, if you just put in the comments whatever the question is, your answer. This isn't Jeopardy. Don't put the question. I'm confused.
What is the mini console that you want?
Oh, there you go.
That is the actual question of the day.
Yeah, what's the mini console you want?
Yeah.
Or what's the console you want? It doesn't have to be a mini console. Like, you don't want like a Game Boy Mini.
That's true. You don't want a mini Game Boy. That would suck.
Game Boy Pocket Mini.
Oh, God. Or like
just it only goes in the really small coin pocket.
Yeah. What was the Game Boy Micro Mini?
Ooh, people would buy the fuck out of the Game Boy Micro Mini.
Dude,
I'd be like, can I get different faceplates for my Game Boy Micro Mini?
Yeah. I loved my Micro Mini. That thing was, it was perfect at the perfect time in my life.
Man, the Micro was great. It was just a little small.
It was super small, but that's what made it perfect.
It was truly portable.
Yeah. And the reason it was just so perfect for me at the time was I was working at GM, and at this point in time, I was a fucking gopher. I just did random shit all day. I wasn't important. They just used me for getting shit done that no one else wanted to do. So on my downtime, which they kept giving me crap for having downtime, it's like, well, if I finish...
Give me something to do.
Yeah,
I don't know what to
finish what you want me to do, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Like, work harder at nothing.
Yeah, like, I've already done literally everything. So that's when the Game Boy Micro came into play. and it was the perfect size because I could just be chilling somewhere playing it, and if I saw somebody walking toward me, I could just get up, hold it up to my face, and pretend like I was talking to somebody on the phone because they always called me to do stuff. Because I was always around like this giant facility of GM stuff. So I was like, if anybody even remotely caught me, I'd just whip it up to my head because that was when cell phones were always trying to be smaller. So it was that perfect size where it was like a believable cell phone size.
How many times did this situation happen, John?
Oh man, tons. I logged around 140 hours on Final Fantasy V on that bad boy.
I'm like, how often did it come up where you were like, had your shit ready to go, where you're like, okay, I got my fucking, I'm going to hold it like this.
Right? See, and I bought a PSP for that exact reason too, but that wasn't the right size. Like, it didn't fool anybody. I tried that once with the PSP and I got in trouble immediately.
I've tried to get out of conversations, like real life conversations, by pretending I was on a phone call twice. And both times the phone fucking rang while I was doing it. Both times it backfired. I was like, God. And these were like years apart. And I was at the store and it's like somebody who's, you know, I don't know, just like wants a lot of attention. You know, it's fine. There's sometimes like disproportionate amount of attention that some customers expect that is realistic when there are other customers in the store, right? Like we have to
Right.
proportionately like share our time with people, and so occasionally I'll try to get out of them by like goofing or something, and yeah, you know, sometimes it goes bad. What are you gonna do?
That's hilarious.
What are you gonna, or what'll, you know, the hot one is when you walk in. I know that there's like the parking lot will be full, and I'm like, okay, I got to get to the back room of the store immediately without being distracted by anything.
Ooh.
So I'll walk in on the phone like holding a thing, and then it never goes right. It just always.
I can see that. You're just too talk toable.
What can I say?
Damn it, man.
Well, and that's the problem is I'm always like, I know that guy. All right, we'll talk to you later, fake person. What's up, dude? Like,
nice. Well, we
veered.
we really veered away, but I feel like in a fun way. I don't know, what kind of mini console would you really enjoy?
Okay, so mini console
Or nice packaged console, like
So-
that Game Boy idea.
So I was really happy with the TG16 Mini. That one was so sick.
good.
The Japanese games, the American games, they just did it right. The controllers, just everything was. The catalog was good. Like, because the TG16 was an underappreciated console, people didn't get to play it. Like, it just. I think that was a really good one.
Right.
Obviously, NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis. Those are just easy pickings.
Right.
Easy pickings.
Right.
But if I had to do a mini console, and I mean, we got to remember that it's got to be like, it's going to be stuck with probably like, I mean, how many did the PlayStation have? 20 games?
Yes.
So that's probably about the amount of games we're going to get is 20. So it's like,
That's a good spot.
yeah, I think 20 games is a lot of games.
More than 20 is awesome. Less than 20, not okay.
If we had access to the full libraries, I think it would be interesting to see a Sega CD.
Ooh. That would be fun. Because that's definitely one of those consoles where
It's hard to hook up. It's hard to get one.
and even if you get one, they're notorious for being broken.
Well, a lot of times, and in case you didn't know this, the Sega CD and Sega products do not run off AC power, although they run off DC power bricks. So if you ever look at your Sega Genesis branded power bricks, they're DC power. Yeah. So what happens a lot of times with the Sega CD specifically is people will plug their 10-volt Nintendo adapter into it because it fits and it works for a while. But what you're doing with the alternating current is you're actually going to blow out the caps on the board.
Damn.
So be aware of
That
that.
makes sense.
In fact, I had a friend, our friend Nick, he actually just recently sold me some, but he ordered Sega CDX. Like he had Sega CDX power bricks manufactured to spec because he couldn't find them anywhere.
Ooh.
But he had to order like 100 of them. So he's been slanging them like hella, but
Nice.
But yeah, I mean the Sega consoles, especially the CD based consoles, you're gonna want to be very careful with the power adapters that you're using. Just make sure to like pay attention. Just pay attention to what you're doing there.
Right.
Anyhow, what's yours?
Just don't F it up.
Well, don't F it up because I mean you're gonna break your Sega CD. Well, you won't. It's fixable, but then again, it's like then you gotta find somebody to recap the fucking thing, and that sucks.
Then a pricey console gets even more pricey. Yeah, that's hard. You know, I still haven't even really thought of one that I want.
Okay, let's keep talking about the Sega CD.
I was gonna say,
you got
go through the games you want.
Well, I mean, you got all the NIS classics, right? So you got like the Popful Mails. You got. I'm trying. Okay, so here's the hard part with Sega CD, I always confuse the games with the Sega Saturn games.
Yeah, because first thing I thought was Panzer Dragoon Saga. I want to play the shit out of that game, but I'm like, wait.
I mean, a Saturn one would be great.
I would love
like there's
a Saturn one.
I just feel like. I don't know. I almost feel like Saturn's like too much to ask. Like,
yeah, because the emulation for Saturn is a bitch.
Yeah,
it is just it's hard. Like, because I've been trying to learn how to do a lot of these emulation stuff, and Saturn has been one that it's just a pain in the butt.
It's true.
You finding these games that you want though?
Yeah, I'm just taking a look. The Lunar games were on there. Sonic CD was really good. Snatcher is a Sega CD game, so that would be interesting. Snatcher is the first like Kojima game.
Right.
Well, not the first Kojima game, but
and
it was like the first.
That one.
It was Kojima. Kojima did it. Take that back.
Yeah, that one teases so hard on the TurboGrafx 16 as well because it's on there, but it's only on there in Japanese. It's just every day I turn that thing on because that's actually one of the few that I regularly use. I think the TurboGrafx 16 and the PlayStation Mini are like the only two that I'm still rocking most days.
Yeah. I mean, because you can just fire it up. I mean, that's what I liked about the TG16 is the shmups. And that's what a lot of Sega... If I were to do Sega Saturn, like if they did the Japanese thing, Sega Saturn would 100%... Like, this is American, my list right now. And that's just because... I don't know. I was just like, if we're doing a console, it'll be the American version. It'll probably be the American games. But if it's like, if we're doing Japanese games too, Sega Saturn all day. Radiant Silvergun. You got fucking, I don't know, just a bunch of different Japanese games that are sick and only on the Saturn. And you had to import them and you had to do things.
Right. I definitely enjoy when companies think about that difference between the games. Like even the Genesis Mini was really nice that you could switch up the game just by switching the language. So like Contra Hardcore would become what the hell is that one called again in the PAL version? Probotector or something?
Probotector?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Lords of Thunder, dude. That game is so sick. Kyo, the Flying Squadron would be cool. I mean, obviously there's some heavy hitter. Heimdall's cool. The best version of that game that I saw a second ago, Final Fight CD was really good.
It is Probotector, not Probotractor. Sorry, I was close. But yeah, the PAL version of Contra is Probotector, and there are no humans. It's all robots. So it's the exact same game, just with sprite swaps. But it's cool to just be able to do that kind of shit. So I definitely appreciated that with both the Genesis and the TurboGrafx 16. And I also finally picked what I would love. Not really a mini, but a mini would be kind of cool. Like, not too mini, I think would probably be best.
Mini Packard Bell. Hewlett Packard.
Almost. But I would love if somehow some crazy universe shifting, like, stuff just worked where we could get, like, a PC mini of games that were popular, like, in the 80s and the 90s, like, early 90s, that even if you can find them now on, like, Steam or something, you buy them and then almost guarantee you try to run them and your computer's like, nope.
There's just, I don't know, that's so, how could you pick, like, the games, like, there's, like...
Right, like...
Remember that Journeyman game or whatever? Remember that game that it was on every Packard Bell that came out during that time? There was, like, it had, like, the Spider-Man comic creator, where you could do voiceovers and stuff and like make your own
Oh.
comics and like animate them and shit.
I didn't play that. That sounds dope.
And then it came with the Journeyman. I think that was what it was called. Journeyman.
But yeah, because this would be the hardest thing to get any licensing for all this shit. And that's why it's just impossible. But I think it'd be dope if we could get something with like, it came from the desert. Sorry, I'm trying to think of just real obscure shit. But like,
The Journeyman project.
Secret of Monkey Island, G Police, Doom, which
Raptor.
isn't hard to get, but yeah, like dang it. Oh, like Rainbow Six Rogue Spear,
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail.
Math Blasters.
Math Blasters is actually super fun. I have like 3 copies of that for some reason, and I can actually get those to work on one of my computers. And I really got to see if my children would like that, because I bet that would help a lot.
Remember those games? Did you ever have to do the computer lab when you were a kid and you'd play those games where it was like you're like stuck in a school at night and you have to like go into a room and like solve a puzzle and there's like a mystery and you get these clues and it's like that
sounds super familiar.
and you would go in there and it'd be like a robot and be like 6 times 4.
I think I did. That sounds. Oh, but yeah, like going in that vein, because the educational games back in the day were fun.
They were fun.
Like Zoombinis. That game is legit fun, and it's just like a math and pattern kind of game, or even Gizmos and Gadgets. I have that game. I cannot get it to work on any fucking computer that I have, and it drives me crazy every day because I have a Windows 98. I have a Windows XP, a 7, and a 10.
It's called Outnumbered.
I can't get it to work on any of them. And it is, it's just fury. It drives me crazy every day. So I would love a computer mini that just really focused on games that are hard to access now.
Yeah.
Because like there are a lot of classic games like I said, Doom, but you could get that anywhere.
And I think a lot of them, I mean, they have those ones that you could just play through your web browser, right? Like, isn't that like a ton of those games have been made playable just through a web browser where it's like...
There have definitely been a good number of them that have.
Probably not a lot. But yeah, it was Outnumbered. Do you remember this little dude? He's got...
Outnumbered! Shit!
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yes. That one goes on there.
Dude, this game was sick. Oregon Trail was another one that was like, it counts.
Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, dude.
You can always find Where in the World, but I can never find Where in Time.
No, I never played that one. I played Where in the World, and that was the one where it'd be like, here are your 3 clues. You get a flag that has 2 triangles and 4 red stripes, and then you would have to, like, I'd get my atlas out when I was a kid, and I'd be like, all right, 2 triangles, okay, it's whatever this country, however you say the name of this country, and I'd type it in and it'd be like, you're fucking stupid, and I'd be like, oh, this one, and then it would be like, yep, you're right, and I'm like, how is this not just cheating?
Because you're still learning.
I know, but it just feels like cheating.
Yeah. But back in the day when you had to work to get the answer.
And I did. I had this little kids atlas that had like a list of all the flags, and I'm like, good thing I have this motherfucker.
Dude, I was so stoked when that came out on that little, because they did like that handheld PC stuff for Carmen Sandiego and the Oregon Trail.
Dude, Carmen Sandiego was a cool show too.
Dude, I loved that. And even
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, that one was good. And even the reboot that they did for Netflix is actually pretty fun.
I haven't seen that.
It's pretty legit.
I thought Carmen Sandiego was 6 feet under, dude.
Nope.
Nice.
Netflix brought her back, and that's actually a pretty good show. So definitely, if you have younger children, let them check it out.
Her red trench coat will forever haunt us, and we'll never find her.
Never again.
What are we looking for her for exactly? Like, did she take something of ours, or?
I don't know. That was always the thing that I didn't get.
I didn't get that or Waldo. It's like, why is this? Who's he hiding from?
From everyone.
I don't understand. Why are we looking for him?
Waldo,
is it because he's hiding? Is he hiding? He's always waving. He's always like, "Hey, I'm right here, idiots!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, who was like, "Hey, this fucking guy needs to be found." I have a little itch in my nose.
Darn it! What the hell is that other one called? I just thought of another one. It's like Dino Park. Dino theme.
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where you could like make your own dinosaurs and like, I don't know. I had this one where you could.
Dino Park Tycoon.
Okay, I never did that one. I just did like theme park, right? I mean,
Theme park, yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon. Jesus Christ, that game. I spent
Yeah.
so much time on Roller Coaster Tycoon.
See, there's just so many classic PC games that are just hard to get now and hard to make work.
Well, and I mean, okay, well, and alternatively, a lot of PC games did see just variant upgrades. SimCity, for example, the
Yeah.
Tycoon series, where it's like,
But, like-
they just kept making it better. Like SimCity, like I don't want to go back and play SimCity 2000. I'm gonna play SimCity like now, SimCity 6,
Yeah, but the latest SimCity sucked ass.
or not SimCity. I'm talking about Civilization. I don't like SimCity.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like there's a bunch of them though that like they never made another Outnumbered. They never made another Dino Park Tycoon. I mean, there's Jurassic Park Evolution or whatever that shit is, but
Outnumbered was sick, and this fucking character is cool. Like I
Yeah.
want to put this character.
I remember that dude.
Yeah, I want to put this character on in the store somewhere.
I was gonna say I knew when you were talking about it, it's like I know I've played this game, and I totally forgot about it until I saw him.
Super solver.
He is super familiar if you've ever played those. And then like Defender of the Crown, I think that's actually gonna be
That sounds like a fucking Lou Bowl movie. Or U-Bowl.
Right.
Lou Bowl. That's U-Bowl's brother.
but that one would be really cool.
Yeah, Midnight Rescue. That was the other one. That was the word one, remember? Because Midnight Rescue was the word one. Outnumbered was the math one.
Math one. Yeah. But yeah, like something the size of like, you know, this little here Windows Surface. But like make it just a tiny bit chunkier. That way it feels like there's a PC on your desk, and just give it a real old feeling mouse like the one with the one square. And then a crappy keyboard on the front. Like that would be
Yeah, I just want a piece of shit. just like a crappy keyboard.
I mean, they weren't awesome back in the day.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Just it's got to look right, but it also has to like be cool to some. Like it's got to be.
That's true.
It's got to be kind of cool. You're just like, give me a shitty old, jank ass, dirty.
I wanted that like off-white tan.
That's what I'm saying. That that fucking Super Nintendo color.
Yeah.
That's
been in the sun just for a little bit, not piss yellow, but it's kind of there.
Yeah.
And just give it like
There you
that
go.
big chunky button on the front.
Yeah, it's like old lady toenails, yellow.
Like you have to push it in like almost an inch before you feel it actually register the button push. Like,
oh, on the keyboards where.
yeah. Or I meant the power button.
Oh god, yeah, those ones were like kunk, chink, and it like goes all the way in.
Yeah.
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 I want that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. PC gaming is cool, or whatever.
You know.
But yeah, those are our mini console selections,
Shit.
and I think Sega CD or Sega Saturn. It's kind of hard to say because it's like the Sega CD was so short-lived in America that it's like I feel like there's not enough games. But that's the one that it was one I never played with, so it's like that's the one that I would want more exposure to, where I'm not willing to invest in it.
Right.
I think that's my justification.
Yeah.
It's a console I want to play, but don't want to pay.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good tagline.
Thanks.
The console you want to play but don't want to pay.
I mean, welcome to coolroms.com.
Yeah. But yeah, mine just because it's just so hard to play those older games.
Yeah, John likes playing older games.
I love older games. They're so good.
I can do some older games. There's games that like puzzle games age well, shmups age well, fighting games usually age pretty well.
Unless you're Virtual Fighter.
Oh yeah, that game's always sucked ass. It's just It was cool to see something in 3D.
Right.
Are you talking about Virtua
That's what I
Fighter?
said, Virtua Fighter.
I thought you said virtual.
I used to make that mistake when I was a kid. And then my brother made fun of me for like a whole day when I kept saying Virtual Racer.
And you're like, I don't get it. Why are you being
like,
mean?
What are you talking
Like I'm
about? And then we
virtually racing.
Yeah, then we finally got home and he's like, Virtua.
And you're like, oh, well, fuck me then.
I was like, yeah, sorry I didn't know the made up word. But, yes. And the reason we thought about that this week was because an Amiga A500 Mini has been announced.
You know what's funny is I still have my. Oh, it's here. I have an Amiga 32 complete in box copy of Flicky upstairs. Or not Flicky, Flick. I think it's called Flick. Game Flick. I'm pretty sure that it's just called Flick.
I was going to say, you better be careful what you find on the internet searching Flick. Frostbite.
I don't know. It's called something stupid. Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's not Flick. I don't think it's Flicky. Maybe it is Flicky.
I felt like It Came from the Desert was always just something nobody knew about.
No, Flicky is.
But now I'm seeing it like every time I search something. Hopefully. And that is actually what made me think about it today, is because they've only announced, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They've only announced 12 games of the 25 that are going to be on the Amiga A500, which is apparently also a computer, so...
Hey, so you're getting your dream.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, right.
Sort of.
Like, not really.
Yeah, not really at all. But, let's see. The games that are on there so far. So, Alien Breed 3D.
Sick.
Which is awesome. Another World, which is also really good. ATR, All-Terrain Racing. I've never played that version of it, but I'm pretty sure I've played a version of it. That was pretty fun. Battle Chess, which is super fun.
Is it the same one on the NES? Like, similar?
Similar, but the animation is just way cooler.
I mean, that makes sense. It's on a computer.
But the deaths take so damn long, and it makes chess take forever, which is already a long game.
All right, you're like...
So it's cool. I highly doubt I'll play it more than like twice, though. Cadaver, which I've never actually heard of.
Is it Cadaver? Cadaver?
Cadaver?
Cadaver, like a body?
Sorry, I've been saying it wrong. Cadaver. I thought it was just a name. But yeah. No, wait. It is Cadaver.
Cadaver. Yeah.
Right, so it's not Cadaver. It's Cadaver.
Cadaver.
Maybe I have been saying it right. Who knows?
Flink is the game I'm thinking of.
Oh, Flink. I was going to say, I remember that box art, because, yeah, I've seen your copy of it before.
Dude, VGPC doesn't have Amiga 32 games on here. What the fuck? Does nobody have an Amiga? No, the answer is no.
Then it also has Kickoff 2, which is a soccer game. Who cares? Pinball Dreams, which is a pretty awesome pinball game. Simon the Sorcerer, which is apparently a point-and-click game I have not played, so I'm stoked about that. Speedball 2, which is basically football. American football, for all of you that are picky about that shit. The Chaos Engine, which is actually the English version of Soldiers of Fortune here in the States on the Genesis. So it's that one that I've already played on my old channel.
Right.
Worms, the first Worms.
We don't talk about the old channel. No, I'm just kidding.
And Zool, which is super overrated, and I don't know why people talk about that game so much.
Zool. I don't know.
Like the Ninja of the Ninth Dimension or whatever the fuck the rest of that title is. That one, very much on par with like the first Bubsy game. But, you know, the rest of them, I think besides Kickoff 2, Zool and, well, just the Chaos Engine, because I've already played that one, so I know exactly what it is. It's a good game. But besides those three, I'm actually really interested in this thing.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. I mean, I love the original Lemmings. I remember playing that shit, so...
That one's got to make it on there.
It's on there.
No.
It's not?
Worms is on there.
Oh, it says... Sorry, I read a best of list when I was looking up the Amiga 500. Yeah. I was like, what's the best Amiga 500 games? And it was like, Lemmings. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's great.
Of course. That first one is so good.
It's so
good. That's another good example of sometimes the first one is the best one, though.
That's true, because, I mean, that game... I don't know. It's hard to... It's like the Mario versus Donkey Kong like puzzle game. Like any of those Lemming style games, it's like, well, it's only so much fun.
Right.
Best Lemming style game though, in my opinion, Sega Dreamcast, Choo Choo Rocket.
Ooh, that is a good one.
It's kind of a Lemmings game. I mean, it is. I think it technically is. Just trying to escape, solve the puzzle. I mean, it's top down Lemmings.
Yeah, I could see that. That one is just a blast with a bunch of people.
And dude,
So fun.
so fucking crazy. Love it.
So happy I got
love
that
it.
one when I did. Yeah, but so those are the ones we know about. So there's 13 left that they have to announce. The price point on it is a little.
It's a little steep.
Ooh. Yeah, it hurts a little bit. $140. Yeah. You are getting a controller and a reproduction mouse, though. So it's not like hey, here's a USB mouse. It actually looks like the old one from back in the day with those 2 squares for the buttons.
And I think it's justifiable to some degree because it's like, it's not Nintendo. They don't have a lot of other products that they're going to attach to this, and they're going to go buy Mario, whatever, on the newest console. It's like, this is one and done for them. They're going to make it, they make their money, and they get the fuck out.
Right. And who knows how much they're having to pay Worms to use their shit, or, well, the rest. Alien Breed has actually been holding out pretty good. Like, that one just keeps getting re-released on everything. But yeah,
I know you can't decide. It's like, man, if somebody gave me one, I'd be amped. But I don't want to spend $140 on one. Like, that just. But then it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be hard to find, which it is, and then it'll be pricey, which it will, and then you'll be like, man, I wish I got one, which you don't actually.
Right? It's hard because it's like the Commodore 64.
We're in a
Mini. Do you remember when that one came out?
Oh, dude, yeah. And we're just in a weird place in this. I don't know. It's in this hobby.
Yeah.
This hobby is in a very weird place because you got several different groups of hobbyists kind of like commingling on the same products, and it's very awkward because you have just your person who wants to just play games, right? They don't understand that there's a market for it. They don't care. They don't care that these things are collectible. They don't. Yeah. That's just not part of why they're doing it. For them, they just want to kill some time and they remember it. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's boredom, maybe it's just I want to try something new, but they don't care about the collectible aspect of some of these things.
Yeah. I definitely fall into that group. Not that I'm oblivious to the fact that they're collectible. It's just earlier today somebody on one of the Facebook groups that we're a part of, they were like, oh, this dude returned a game because it was not as in good condition as they wanted. And it was a brand new game. It looked perfect. And I just jokingly commented on there, and it's like, yeah, I just got a brand new game today. And I opened that shit up because I like games.
Yeah, and I mean, that's true. It's like, I think it would depend, though, because it's like, how's your beautiful Joe?
Well, that one is closed, but that's because...
Don't open that one. Please, God. I'm not going to call you on that one. I'm just saying, I mean,
if it comes up on the wheel...
I'm telling you, bro.
No, that one...
We haven't done a status update on that one. How is that game doing now? Because, last time we looked, it was at, what, maybe 80 or $100?
I think it was around 90 last time we checked. But that one is actually... That one's different because I found it, dirt cheap. Only, a couple months ago. And...
Was it 2 or 1?
It's number 1. I already had 2, which I should have just bought the sealed 2 that I saw there as well because it was the same price.
Totally should.
I'm an idiot sometimes, but
I mean, it looks like it's about the same, just kind of hovering around $130, $150.
Shit.
Okay.
I need to sell that because I really want a copy of Beautiful Joe I can play, and I only bought it because I found it. I didn't give a crap it was new. But then I talked to you about it. I was literally about to open it.
And I was like, don't open it. Yeah, especially a GameCube game, dude, these days. I mean, just shit.
So that is probably one of the few that I will keep sealed just so I could sell it, rebuy it, and then just buy another game too. I mean, why not?
And I mean, okay, so here's the difficult part of, okay, so we got our first group, right? The people who just want to play games, don't care about the collectability of it, don't want to put any work into it at all. They're not going to resell anything. They're not going to try to trade stuff in. They don't have anything. So those people that are on an island, and they're a rare exception in this industry. Then you got your just normal collectors, the people who are kind of aware of what's going on. They know about the older consoles. They used to play on them, and you know what I mean. They kind of know that they're popular or that they're at least hard to find. You got to go to specialty stores, so they're not completely oblivious. But at the same time, it's like sometimes people are very surprised when they show up and we have 10 GameCube games.
Right.
And they're like,
where's all the GameCube?
They're like, what do you mean you only have this many? And we have to, explain to these people like, hey, there are a lot of other people collecting these right now. And so there's the new collectors, right? The people who are just now kind of dipping their toes into it. And they're like, oh, you know what I want? I want a GameCube. And that's the big one right now. GameCube and 64 is just like nonstop, just fucking hard to get. And so they'll come in and they'll be disappointed, which I understand. But it's like, if it's hard to get, it's hard to get.
Right.
It is what it is. And we sell our price, we sell our games, we price them to sell. At least we attempt to be competitive. And so, they're usually gone.
Yeah.
And so, people do get a little upset when they come in and they're like, is this all you have for the GameCube? And it's like, it's hard to explain. The GameCube only has
it's really not
5 good games.
Yeah, it's not a large library.
Right. It is a smaller library, and there's not as many games on there that are
desirables.
Right. There's not a lot of AAA titles that kind of like spread the love across the entire library, right? It's all very concentrated on Mario.
Yeah. Pretty much if you ever owned a GameCube, you have around 20 games that guaranteed either you had most of them or you had all of them.
Right.
Like that. The GameCube, it was an amazing system, but they really didn't do a lot for that. For some reason, I loved the fucking GameCube back in the day.
See, I didn't. I was a PS2. I was a PS2 guy for sure, and I mean, like, I was actively a GameCube shit talker. Like, I loved Smash with the homies or whatever, but it was like when it came down to like what I'm gonna spend my money on at the time, it was definitely like I'm getting PS2 shit.
Yeah. That was right when I was actually able to buy all 3 consoles for the first time.
Ooh.
And I had the PS2, the Xbox, and the GameCube. And no matter what console it came out on, I was stoked. Like if Metroid came out, bought it. Doom came out, bought it. Fucking Onimusha came out, bought it. Like that was the golden age of my gaming, was that generation, because I had a job. I had jack shit to do with my day because I was in high school.
Sure, yeah.
And fuck, I had all 3 consoles. I didn't have to,
Yeah, you had them made, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I rocked a PS2. I did like during the PS2 generation is when I really got heavy into like skateboarding and shit. So I didn't pay as much skateboarding and music mostly. So it was like a lot of guitar, a lot of skateboarding, and then some PS2.
Right.
So I had a few games, but I would say that the generation I played the most was when I finally chilled the fuck out and got a 360. That console, I fucking smashed some 360 games. That's for show.
Hell yeah. That was a good era too.
So much good stuff.
Except for the Wii.
Yeah, I think I never I played and liked Skyward Sword originally on the Wii.
Yeah.
Zack and Wiki.
It's actually one that I have, but I haven't played it yet.
That one's great because it's like it takes the motion controls and it makes them make sense, because it's like, hey, motion controls are a gimmick. Let's gimmicky these up. So it's like all of the shit's like, I gotta solve this puzzle. Grab the key. Put the key in the hole, turn the key, right? And you're doing these things, and it's like, okay, now you have to pull out the lever. Okay, now you turn the key back out. And these are the kind of things that you're doing. And so it's like it makes practical use of the motion control without it having to be like accurate or complicated at all. It's just like, oh, hey, these things make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, oh man. Cuz well, shoot, that time I was in the military, so I had all the money in the world. Not all the time in the world, but I had a PS3, a 360, and a Wii. I definitely didn't buy shit for the Wii.
Yeah.
It was... fuck.
Mario Galaxy 2 was amazing.
Right, it was very good that the first one came out first. But that's the stupidest way to say that. Anyone would ever say that ever. But because the first one was fun, but then the second one is just so good.
It was good. The first one kind of fucked with me a little bit.
Did it?
It's like the planets were too small.
Yeah.
Like the scaling was weird. And so he's like, Yahoo! And you're like around a planet and the camera's just like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just like,
Yeah.
And it's like, I play Res. Like, I like games that make me fucking sick to my stomach, but that shit was wacky.
Because, yeah, what'd they have? Mario Kart Wii.
Wii Sports.
Yeah.
The greatest game ever made, ever of all time. Wii Sports.
Yup. Brawl was okay.
Brawl was okay. Yeah, I mean, I bought a Wii for Brawl when Brawl came out. I went to Sam's Club and they finally got some Wiis and I bought one.
Nice.
And I came home and my wife came home and she's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "That's a Wii. You got us a Wii." And she's like, "Take it back." And I was like, "Oh, but they're so hard to find." She's like, "Don't care." Then she let me keep it. She's nice, but
Nice.
I definitely didn't deserve that.
The Zelda Twilight Princess, but I actually already had that one on GameCube.
And the GameCube version is better.
Dude, I love it on the GameCube.
Yeah, no motion control bullshit.
Yeah, so I didn't buy it for that. Donkey Kong Country Returns, I would like to own, but now it's on the Switch, right? Or is that only
Tropical
the
Freeze? Only Tropical Freeze.
Damn.
I think. Yeah, because then they did Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D on the 3DS.
That's what they gotta fix. They gotta port all the 3DS games just to the Switch. I don't care how you do it. The fucking 3DS is the worst garbage shit. Fucking hate that stupid. I don't know if you could tell or not. I really dislike that console. The games on it are great. The console blows. Oh, I hate it so much. But yeah, let's see. Sorry.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's true. That is definitely my opinion. And if you say you like the 3DS, that's awesome. I'm not telling you to hate it. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Yeah. He's saying you're wrong.
So hard. I mean, Metroid 3.
I mean, people really like Super Sluggers. I'm telling you, this console
Super Sluggers, but
Smooth Move was cool. Strikers was cool.
Super Sluggers, didn't that also come out on the GameCube? Like, there was one before that.
It was something else.
GameCube one I liked. The motion controls that they tried to do for baseball were just awful.
Sin and Punishment 2. That was hotness. That was some hot shit right there.
Strikers was fun.
Yeah.
Red Steel 2 was fun. Red Steel 1 was garbage. But, you know, they had to figure it out.
All right, you're in the jank now.
Yeah,
you're
no.
in the Just Dances. We're out of here.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's
about it.
We run out.
That and Mad World.
Mad World was sick.
I loved that game. That made the motion feel like it was necessary.
That was a platinum game.
Was it?
Yeah, it was published by Sega, but it was a platinum game. It was platinum. The guys that did like Vanquish and Bayonetta and all that shit.
That makes sense because I just knew it as a Sega game.
Yep.
But
yeah, that was platinum.
because I mean, Resident Evil 4 came out on the Wii, and I have that one, but it just feels so cheater-ish. Because like upgrading your pistols doesn't do shit because you're just pointing at the screen. You don't even have to have an accurate pistol. You just constantly hit dead on every time.
Sick.
Trying to think of
As it should be.
yeah.
The way real life is. Whenever I point my pistol, I always hit my mark.
Whoa, what the hell's it called? House of the Dead Overdrive.
Overkill.
Overkill?
Yeah.
That one was amazing, and I don't know what happened to my copy of it, and it bums me out to know that it's just so pricey right now.
Is it?
It's like $30, maybe. I mean,
I know. But it's hard. Okay, so this is the other thing. Okay, then you got your third group of people, who are the legit collectors, the investor people, the sealed collectors, the dudes that are like completing sets,
basing their futures on whether this stuff will be profitable in 2 years.
right. And I mean, maybe investors are a separate group, but I consider investors and hardcore collectors in the same group because they're all competing for the same products.
Right.
So I mean, obviously, you got a $2 million fucking sealed Mario. Some rich dude's buying that. That's not just a hardcore collector. That's beyond that level.
That's dude that's selling shares of it.
Yeah, all right. That's some goofy stuff. I mean, I think it's real. I think somebody bought the game for $2 million for whatever reason, which is good for them. I'm fuck it. You want to spend that much on that? It's cool. I think it's a cool piece of history. I don't necessarily understand that collectible I understand it. I personally don't find it as cool. as other people do to have a sealed game in perfect condition. I think
Yeah.
I think it is cool. I just don't think it's as cool as the people buying it, obviously. And I don't have $2 million yet.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Man, they even re-released it for the PS3. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did it with the move controls and everything.
That one's even pricier. But yeah, around $35 is normally what you're going to be paying for House of the Dead Overkill.
I think...
Which isn't... It's not bad, but at the same time, I owned it, and I just don't know what happened to my copy. So, like, when it's a game like that, I feel like I already fucking bought it when it was brand new.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, now I got to spend another $40? Shit.
What when that game was released, and I'm sure this isn't true anymore, but when it was released, it held the record for video game with the most curse words in it.
Dude, that was hilarious.
It dropped it said fuck so many times.
So many times. And I had, at the time when I bought it, I had a roommate that was just super Mormon.
Super Mormon. He
Super
does nothing.
Ever. Yeah. And I love you, Jay, but, you know, shit. Relax some.
Hey, man.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in years. I'm sure he's a lot more chill now.
Hey, what are you going to do? Sometimes you get brainwashed.
That's true. That's very true. But, yeah, like, me and him started playing it together because I hadn't played the game yet. I just bought it. He was my roommate, and I was like, dude, come play the shooter with me. And he's like, what game is it? House of the Dead. And me and him actually went and beat House of the Dead 2 at the arcade in that town that we were living in at the time. So he was like, yeah, more House of the Dead. Let's do this. And we put it in, and I think it was like 15 minutes, and he's like, I can't do it. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, I can't keep playing, man. They're just cursing so much. And I was like, Jay, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up,
Let's
Jay.
keep playing.
God damn it, Jay.
Right? It's like,
Fuck. Jesus.
like
Everybody's having a good time, Jay, and you're fucking it up.
it's like we're blowing up zombies' faces with shotguns and shit, and you're worried about fuck.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. People
People.
gonna people.
That's true. That's
People
true.
gonna people.
I mean, you do you if you don't like curse words, but I don't give a crap. So if you're around me, don't expect me to give a crap.
Well, I don't give a gosh dang. How about that?
Gosh darn!
I don't give a cur. Not a single cur.
Lord of mercy.
Whoa.
I know.
Yeah, House of the Dead's cool. I like it. What were you talking about?
We were just talking about the Wii library and the fact that GameCube and Wii stuff is hard to find and different kind of collectors.
And it's because, okay, so Wii stuff, there's no excuse. There's a fucking huge abundance of that. They made a bajillion of them. Everybody bought them. Then they threw them all away. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Everybody threw all their Wii shit just in the garbage. They're like, oh, this is fucking trash.
That's what you do with trash.
We were turning down Wiis left and right. Like, people were trying to sell them for like $10. I had like 50 Wiis, and then motherfucking COVID hit. And everybody bought every damn Wii and every Wii U. You know who cared about a Wii U before COVID? Nobody. Nintendo didn't care about it.
Freaking no one.
No one cared about a Wii U. And now all of a sudden Wii U's are like, oh, you gotta get the fucking Wii U.
It's the best way to play Mario.
It is. You know, I like the Wii U. The Wii U was cool because my 4-year-old liked it.
Right.
It had the tablet thing, and she could be like, I'm playing Mario 2, and put the little blocks, and I'm actually winning. And she's like, oh, just fucking me up. But it's fun.
Right. I mean, yeah. Nintendo's gonna Nintendo.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I
how you
like
do.
I like Nintendo products. They're just easy to hate on because they keep doing the same shit over and over with dumber controllers each time.
Right.
They're like, what if we took Mario, but we had a different controller? This time it makes even less sense. It's like, fuck, guys, god damn it.
Like, man, the freaking Mario Odyssey controls, like the motion ones.
I don't know. That
I hate the worst part is that you can't successfully do like the hat spin move on just a controller. Like you can make it happen on.
Oh, because you got to do the shaky.
Yeah, because normally you got to be like "Wah," with the thing, but if you're just using a pro controller, they're like, you better go into motion mode, motherfucker. And I'm like, I don't want to.
No,
You can't make me. But yeah, okay. I don't know what we've been talking about, to be honest. We've just kind of went off on stuff.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
That was a good conversation. Next up, the random question of the week. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. I have no idea what he's about to ask me here.
Yeah.
I will not marry you.
Damn
I
it!
will not make out with you.
Let me think about it real quick for a minute. No!
We got this guy out there talking about God knows what. Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Yeah. Okay, so question. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh, Jesus.
Can be animated or actual person. Because I remember both, so I'm giving both when I get to it. You want me to go first, so you have some time to think?
Yeah.
All right. First celebrity crush that I ever had was definitely animated, and it was April O'Neil. Mm-hmm. Them damn yellow jumpsuits, man.
I'm telling you, they don't make them like they used to. They don't make nearly as many pockets.
It was just...
She took all the pockets.
It was just funny because, I don't know.
What was she carrying around in all those pockets is what I want to know. She had like fucking cargo pockets on the side, on the front. She didn't have like utility. She wasn't throwing ninja stars or shurikens or anything.
She had the shell cell in one pocket, at least. Van keys, probably. Mm-hmm. Extra zip ties for the cords on the microphone.
Okay.
I don't know.
A bunch of audio equipment.
It's just because I was watching Turtles all day, and then you just got that funny feeling in your tummy from time to time when they just focused on April a lot, and I'm like, I don't know what this means. I like April though.
Your funny feelings in your tummy?
I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah, I got. Do you still need more time? Because that's only my animated answer.
Okay, let's hear your live action answer.
My live action answer was most certainly, hands down, Xena the Warrior Princess.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, because that came at the time when I was starting to figure out what things were, and it was always on late at night. My dad was normally asleep, and I could just watch the hell out of Xena.
And just watching her, and you're just like right there with her.
Exactly.
You guys are harmoniously just together.
Didn't hurt that Gabrielle is pretty darn attractive too. So
there's a lot of lesbo stuff going on in that too.
Oh man,
they were getting real. They were getting real hot, and
I had no clue about that back in the day. But now that I'm rewatching it and really all the way through for the first time,
I didn't know they had scissors in ancient Greece.
Dude, they were full on a lesbian couple. And I did not think they had done that in television until, like, recently.
Yeah, legit. Xena broke some fucking barriers, dude. And, I mean, Lucy Lawless is legit lesbian, right? Like, that's...
Is she?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Dope.
Pretty sure. I mean, I don't fuck...
I mean...
Maybe she changed her mind. People do that sometimes, but I'm what? Sometimes people are like... I'm not going to get into this. Anyhow, sometimes people change their minds. I don't know. Like...
I don't know anything about it.
You don't?
No.
Safe.
I've never really
safe. No, I'm just kidding. I would say that mine, since you asked again, is Jennifer Connelly from The Labyrinth.
Oh, that is a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. That was
it Labyrinth that did it?
It was Labyrinth, totally. Yeah, no, it was Requiem for a Dream. I was like,
oh, God. Oh, I forgot she was in that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was like the first movie that I was like, that I really liked a lot. But I mean,
such a good movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like that's got to be it. I'm trying to remember, like, when I got a little older, there was, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar and shit. But it's, like, I liked Stephanie from Full House. They had, like, a WB Kids convention one time, and I went and met her and got a headshot signed and everything. And I was like, whoa.
Nice. She's my girlfriend.
And then I had to do this fake news. So it was, like, a news thing. It was put by, yeah, exactly. She's my girlfriend. She signed this piece of paper for me. It's basically a letter.
Yeah.
No, it was very clearly. It was the first instance where I waited in line to meet a person, and then they signed a thing, and I was like, "Oh, this is very impersonal." They don't give
They-
That's what I
It really is.
honestly, like, now that I think about it, that was probably like the first like quote convention I'd have been to. It was like a WB Kids convention, and I don't remember the exact circumstances, but it was put on by the WB, I think, and like they had her there, and she was doing signings, and then they had this whole like news desk where you could like. You had to read the news. Hi, my name is John, and I am here. And I remember my eyes like watching the fucking recording, and I'm just like trying to read it. And I'm like
As
6
fast
years old or 7 or some shit. And I'm just like, and here at the WB in Denver today, we are doing the thing. And it's like, yeah.
You were born to do the news.
And I was bad at doing the news then, too. Fuck it. Sometimes you just commit to being bad at shit.
So, yeah, that's just the way it happens.
I mean, I don't know. Look at, I was gonna rail on somebody, but it's not nice. And I was just gonna find like a singer that I don't like or something and be like, oh, see this person. But then it's like, why? What do I get out of that? You know?
I don't know.
You do you, person I was gonna make fun of, whoever it is.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy your life. Be happy. You do you. Don't let my cynicism get you down. But just know that I'm talking shit in my head the whole time. All the time.
I think really, this is a little bit more difficult, but I think the last celebrity crush I had was probably Kate Beckinsale.
I think the last animated crush I had was probably Miranda from Mass Effect 2.
Oh, I see.
A jumpsuit.
Squish, squish.
Sorry. Very. They cut out all the butt shots.
They what?
In the Legacy Edition or whatever, they cut out all the butt shots of the, like, you know.
I mean, you're playing a game where you can fuck an alien. Seriously, you're going to cut out the butt shots?
Hey, man, you wouldn't want to, like, want to fuck the alien before you got the opportunity to. I don't know. I don't understand what they want from me anymore. They're like, you want to fuck this, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't seen its butt. I
don't know anymore. I can't see its butt.
I don't want to be surprised at the last minute and be like, ooh, little butt. Yeah, you're going to have to do some squats. Dude. Yeah, exactly. Because it's
that just immediately made me think of the Overwatch like controversy that happened. Do you remember that one? I think it was.
Oh, was it because of Mai or whatever, or May?
No,
I don't know.
It was because the girl in the orange jumpsuit, whatever. I think Tracer is her name.
Yeah.
Like she had a finishing pose, like you won, or I've literally never played the game.
I played a lot of Overwatch. I like that game.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just know that this happened.
I had a kid
because they like it was huge. People freaked out, but like one of her victory poses or something was her like butt toward the screen, and then she like turned to the side and was like, "Oh yeah," and like gun in the air. Very classic like Bond girl pose, pretty much. But then everybody lost their shit, and they're like, she is not going to ever do that. She would never do that.
Tracer would never, ever
It's like,
wear a jumpsuit. I mean, whatever. I
like,
you know
okay.
what? Hey, what are we going to do? We're just,
I don't know.
We're just here complaining about whatever.
Yeah, I don't.
People get mad about stuff, and then I get mad that they're mad. So who's more mad? The person mad or the person who's mad about the person being mad? It's like, you almost have to trump their madness.
Agreed.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's just, I get it, I guess, where it's like, oh man, why do you like butts so much?
I don't know.
I wish I could stop.
Dude. All right, so that was the random question of the week. Feel very welcome to answer that one as well.
Yeah, my other celebrity crush is definitely David Schwimmer. Give me some of that Schwim.
David Schwimmer?
Hell yeah, trying to get me some David Schwimmer. You know what I'm saying?
I am so bad with names now. This is definitely why I don't have... Oh, Ross.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so terrible with celebrity names. That's why I haven't had a celebrity crush in years.
You can't have a celebrity crush because you can't remember their names. You're just like, duh. I think that's just called an aneurysm. I find you so attractive, but I can't remember your name.
Yep. There you go.
All right, Schwim. Give me a call.
Yeah, hit us up.
Hit me up, Schwim dog.
Sonic 2, the movie, is coming. And it's got Idris Elba.
Idris.
Sorry. Your name is weird.
It is a weird name.
Idris Elba.
And I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of a weird name.
As Knuckles. And I'm super stoked. Because I'm bad at saying his name, but I love him as an actor.
He's really good. I just, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Idris. I mean, he was the water buffalo in was the fucking Zootopia movie? Yeah, he was the
Oh, the police chief.
the police chief.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
not the chief.
He wasn't the chief? I thought he was.
No, the chief. Maybe he was the chief.
He was the guy in charge of like assignments.
Yeah. He was the chief, and then the lion was the mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever. Okay, we watched a lot of kids' movies.
That'll happen when you have kids.
But yeah, he was good in that. So I mean, he can be a voice.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he's got a strong voice.
Hell yeah. I think he's awesome. And I
love him. I watched all of Luther. Like, I mean,
yeah.
some of The Wire.
Do you remember it was like a couple years ago or something, but when they were talking about who they're going to replace 007 with,
And he was
he was one of them.
yeah.
I hope that happens. Like seriously, that'd be cool as fuck. He'd make one of the coolest 007s.
I think so. I mean,
As long as they kept 007 style as like it has been for the oh my gosh, now I just forgot who's
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. If they keep it similar style as Daniel Craig 007, I think he'd be just so cool.
That's why I think that it wouldn't work super well, because I feel like they would. I feel like Daniel Craig and Idris Elba are, and I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's the same fucking character, right? So James Bond is James Bond, but it's like I feel like they're similar, like serious, dramatic actors who, I mean, it would be hard. It would almost be like replacing him with just a similar dude too much, maybe.
I see what you're saying.
Like, I don't think that Idris Elba is definitely like a different style of.
I would expect him
he's
to be a
very
lot more
serious, like-
suave. Because
More suave? You think
well,
Idris Elba?
Daniel Craig is not a suave Bond. He doesn't give a crap about like doing anything like undercover. He does like Daniel Craig is definitely the 007 that just fucking runs through a window to catch some dude.
Yeah, it became very like parkour
Yeah.
heavy. Like a lot of it went very like Luc Besson. Like, let's blow some shit up in the
Right.
middle of the street and have
Or-
him doing these chasing. Well, I mean, they all had chase scenes, but it was always like on the Autobahn or where
Right.
there's not like a lot of people. But now it's like, all right, now they're fucking Cirque du Soleil and they're racing the fucking motorcycles inside the wheel and it's on fire and.
Right. Because, yeah, like Sean Connery 007, that dude didn't get caught for shit. But then when he did, he always had like an intelligent way of getting out of it. He didn't always just brute force his way through it. But then Pierce Brosnan normally had a gadget to help him get through situations. And now Daniel Craig is very physical, very Tom Clancy, dark kind of 007. And I feel like storytelling wise would be good, but kind of change up what style of 00 he is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Idris Elba, it'd be a little more difficult to do it the same way. I mean, he's just such a bigger dude too. I think
Is
than
he?
Daniel Craig. Yeah,
Like size wise?
like size wise, like he's just a big guy. He's just got a big frame. He's just a bigger dude. So it's like,
I never even thought of that.
well, and that's kind of like, I guess, more my point was like how you take an imposing person like that who's going to be noticed, who's just noticeable, right? Like Daniel Craig, like he's noticeable, but at the same time he's just another white guy, right? He just kind
Right.
of blends in. But you got
He's
like
only noticeable because you know him.
yeah,
Yeah,
like a huge, cool looking black dude is gonna catch everybody's attention.
that's true.
They're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?
Well,
This
I
guy is
mean-
fucking awesome."
He walks into a room,
Well, that's the whole thing
You're
with
like,
Luther. That was like
shit,
how that show started. Was they talk about the way that Luther walks?
Really?
Was like his fucking like. That's how because it was originally a book. Luther was a book, and then they made it into a British
I'm gonna
fucking
have to
kind
watch
drama.
this show. I've never
You've never
seen
watched it? Luther's
No.
really good.
I've almost made my way through Burn Notice. But
Burn Notice
not
that's the Bruce Campbell one, right?
yeah, it's only because it's got Bruce Campbell is why I'm watching this show.
I mean, that's not a bad. It's not a bad show. It's just
I'm
I don't like cutaways a whole lot. I don't like
man. Yeah, that's all they do too.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, it's like, oh, all right, here's the premise, and then it's like, all right, here's 5 minutes of us explaining what we're gonna do, and then they're like, okay, we did it.
I love how super dated that show is by its transitions because there are just so many shots of just like Miami Beach boob. And then just like these boobs just like jiggle for a second, then they slow motion like backtrack or something. They're like, and then they're in the next scene. It's like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
hot
People don't
damn,
like.
I forgot they used to do that.
Yeah, people don't like boobs anymore,
It's true.
or butts apparently.
No, apparently not butts.
Oh man.
People just don't like bodies anymore.
Anyhow,
Eh.
but I don't know. I think he would make a good. I think he would make a good James Bond. I think it would just have to be a different style. Like I honestly think if they were gonna go with Idris Elba, it would have to be almost more brute strength type stuff.
You think so?
I don't know. Like he's a really good dramatic actor, so he can do whatever.
Right.
Like he's got the chops to do whatever he wants to do. It's just like what. How do you write that in there? How do you write him in there in a believable way that's like he's a fucking secret agent, right?
Yeah.
And it's like
What would really be cool is if you really Sam Fishered the shit out of him. Because he's got that real iconic voice, and if you're hiding him a lot, it doesn't matter what his frame size is, but then when he shows up, just an imposing force of what the fuck are you gonna do?
yeah,
That'd be pretty dope.
I just want to watch some Bond movies now.
I was gonna say, now I just really want to see that. Shit. Thanks,
But-
Sonic 2, for bringing that up.
Yeah, I just want to see Jim Carrey's Eggman again. I thought he did really good in the first one.
Man, he did so good.
I mean-
I really did not expect that performance from him.
He's just good though. You know what I mean? Like he's just so fucking good. It's like I want to watch the movie Pig. That new Nick Cage movie. It's got like a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
It's about a dude who lives up in the hills in Oregon, and he's a truffle hunter, and someone steals his pig, his truffle hunting pig.
Oh,
And he has to go into Portland
y'all done fucked up.
and find his pig.
That?
But I don't know anything else about it. That is all I know. I haven't watched a trailer, haven't.
Okay.
All I know is the explanation, and
That sounds awesome.
from reviews and stuff, it sounds like one of the best Nick Cage movies, which is good.
It is a thing.
Nick Cage,
He's good.
it just really depends on the role. Like that dude, he nails what's written. It's just sometimes what's written sucks.
The Beast! The Beast! Oh, the Beast!
Yeah, The Wicker Man was a piece of shit.
That
but
was a terrible movie. That is not his fault.
that's not his fault.
Nobody.
Ghost Rider?
Nobody would sound good saying that line. No one.
Not the bees.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick Cage definitely gets a lot of shit.
But I mean, like,
for-
Raising Arizona? Classic.
oh man, he's so good in that.
Con Air.
Con Air was amazing. The Rock.
The Rock. Oh my God, with Sean Connery.
Yeah. Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes was cool.
That one was perfect because he not only got to be a crazy, like, Nick Cage kind of bonkers dude, but then you saw him act the exact opposite when his face got swapped. Or no,
Man.
that's Two-Face.
I was gonna say no. That's Face Off. I was
My
gonna
bad.
say. Yeah. You're
Not
talking
Snake
about
Eyes,
Face Off.
Face
yeah.
Off.
Snake Eyes was crazy too.
Snake
That's
Eyes
the
was
one.
good.
That's the one where he's fucking just wacky.
Yeah. But I was thinking of Face Off.
Yeah,
Sorry.
with John Travolta.
Yeah. That one is so good because both of them really kill it.
Take your face off. Put it on my face. You're
Yeah.
just like, whoa.
Yeah. They both did really well with being both intense crazy and calm and collected. It was cool because you could tell which character was which even after they were switched.
Yeah, when John Travolta had to be the sleazy guy, And
Yeah.
then the wife started kind of getting into it, and it was just you're like, oh shit, this is getting weird.
That was, yeah, such a good movie.
Yeah, it was weird. Remember when John Travolta, like, I didn't realize that, like, Pulp Fiction was his comeback. Did you know
He
that?
had a comeback?
So apparently, okay, so think about it. John Travolta, post Grease, post Saturday Night Fever. Name another movie.
Bubble Boy.
I think
Although
that's
I think
after.
that was pre. That might have been pre-Grease and stuff. I can't remember.
But yeah, I was listening to this Tarantino thing with I think he was on Rogan or it was like a Howard Stern thing. I don't know. He was interviewed by somebody anyhow. But he was talking about it, and they were. It was definitely Joe Rogan. That Pulp Fiction was his like comeback movie, and they were like talking about, because I was young when Pulp Fiction came out, so I guess I didn't really understand the impact of like.
That's true.
John Travolta, but they're like talking about the moment when he goes on stage, and they're like, "Oh shit, John Travolta's gonna fucking dance in this movie." Like,
oh yeah, because
he was in Saturday Night
was
Fever.
in
He was in
Saturday Night
Grease. Like,
yeah,
he was kind of, but that genre of movie kind of died.
Yeah.
And he was the poster child of that genre of movie at the time. And so Pulp Fiction kind of brought him back.
That's crazy to think about. I have never thought about that. Because yeah, Pulp Fiction was around when I started watching movies like Pulp Fiction. And it's like, oh yeah, John Travolta, he's in Grease, he's in...
Well, yeah, I'd go to my grandma's house. She loved Grease, so we would watch Grease. So I just assumed that John Travolta was just a beloved household name that everyone cherished. But
They did From Paris with Love, which was awesome.
Super fucking awesome. We've talked about that movie, but that movie's
yeah.
That movie's amazing. It's so goofy because it looks so bad. When you look at the cover of From Paris with Love, or the name of it, you're like, this looks fucking dumb as shit. It's not. It's good. It's a good action movie.
It really is. And I bought it on a whim one day.
When he's carrying around that vase with the cocaine in it that whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, what are you doing? Like,
that shit was crazy. It's so good. Yeah. Really, yeah. I do love just finding random ass movies like that. It's always so awesome. I hit filmography and it's not showing me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's John Travolta.
Whatever. You know John Travolta. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. So let's move on to the next thing.
Are we going to talk about more John Travolta movies?
Yeah.
Swordfish was cool.
So
Remember his hair?
I do remember his hair, but I've never actually seen Swordfish.
You've never seen Swordfish?
I've seen like 2 scenes. I'm pretty sure you can guess which ones. But not the movie.
Dude, Hugh Jackman, Don Cheadle, fucking John Travolta, Halle Berry. Like, it's killer, bro. It's a good movie.
Oh, I was aware of Halle Berry and John Travolta. I did not know the rest.
Yeah, dude, Hugh Jackman is the main character.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Huh.
John Travolta is like...
I mean, I got to check this movie out. I just never saw it.
It's so good. And, well, I mean, it's not, but it is. It's like every other movie in the late 90s. It's fucking stupid, but it's good.
Scream was not stupid.
Like The Matrix. You watch The Matrix and you're like, this is fucking great. It's dumb.
And then they get to that freaking lobby scene, and you're like, this is the coolest fucking movie.
Like, it's so corny. When Alicia and I watched it the other day, she had never seen The Matrix before.
What?
She never saw the first movie, and she just thought she had seen enough of the references and everything to like get it. But I'm like, no, you have to. You have to see The Matrix. Like, that movie is too fucking good. With all the Oracle bullshit, and it's like, I don't know.
The bending of the spoon.
Bending in the spoon.
Yeah. No, but the next topic I was going to bring up is Shining Force is getting another game.
Oh, that's one of my favorite series.
Yeah, it's so good. And it's a mobile game.
Fuck.
That Moments of Silence was brought to you by depression. No, I'm kidding. Although, that does... I don't really know what to say about that. Shining Force on mobile. It might be cool, it might not be. I'm definitely going to check it out.
I mean, it's a strategy RPG. It'll work fine on mobile.
I mean, it should work fine. It just really depends on how they're going to monetize it.
I mean...
I hope it's
as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'm sure is the.
they're definitely gonna do it like that.
I mean, if you're making a mobile game, that's what you're doing, right? Like you're not making a mobile game for a great experience and immersive storytelling. You're trying to just fucking snatch whales.
Yep, that's true. Which brings me to the one mobile game I've actually played in, I think seriously, like 7 years or something.
Flappy Bird.
No, Tom Clancy's Elite Squadron.
We were talking about that last week when you were talking.
We did, because I only just started playing this game.
Have you put more time into it?
Oh, I've been playing it daily. I
Oh.
actually have been enjoying it, and it's been progressing enough that it's not seeming like I have to pay money to actually play it. Just put in time every day, and you progress enough for it to be decent. And I just got an update, and in the update, they're like, "Hey, we're sorry to say that we're gonna kill it in October." It's like, fuck! Are you? It's just it figures the one phone
Ubisoft,
game,
dude.
right? It figures that the one phone game I've gotten into in almost a decade, they're killing it like a month after I get into it.
Games as a service, like a game as a service, is a fucking awful idea for the consumer because they don't have any fucking. There's no accountability for it to be good.
Imagine.
Oh, sorry, this part's good. This part's bad. But if you look past this part, the next one's going to be good. And so you buy the next one. You're like, oh, that was pretty good or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like DLCs should always be optional.
Yes.
Like you should have a core game for its price.
With some unlockables.
Unless the game is absolutely free, then do whatever you want. If you have a freemium game, then,
That's true.
Then sure, do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're charging me for a base game, the base game's got to be complete. Charge me for DLC separately. Don't charge me for a game as a service that's going to constantly update this and that because that just gives the developer all the room in the world to not do anything or to do whatever they want or to just keep trying money-making fucking
Like
tactics.
schemes.
Yeah. Okay, that one didn't work. That one didn't work. That one didn't work until they find the one that does work, right? It's like
Horse armor.
fucking horse armor, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so when DLC first became a thing, if you're not aware of this, when DLC first happened, it was Elder Scrolls 4? It was Oblivion.
Yeah.
It was Oblivion.
It was
on
the one that was on the
360.
360. I think it was 4.
The first one of the first DLC things that happened is they're like, you can buy armor for your horse.
And it was like $8 or something too.
Yeah.
It was pricey, and then people bought it expecting it to like buff their horse, maybe give them more armor.
Cosmetic.
Like, yeah, solely cosmetic. Hilarious. And it looked like shit. It looks so stupid.
And I mean, now we fucking don't care. Now we don't care. Like skins are everywhere. I mean, and the entire basis of Fortnite is just horse armor.
Yep. Which it's so hard to just like see this stuff. And being the age that I am, like having seen DLC become a thing, it's like I don't get it.
I mean, okay.
Like story DLC, I get it. Cosmetic, who the fuck cares what you look like?
I mean, when you're playing the same game with the
That's
same people and the core game doesn't really change, right? So they'll change like little things about it. The only thing you can do because the weapons you find are random.
Yep.
The fucking items you find are random. The place you land is kind of under your decision. But for the most part, you're kind of like, well, I don't want to land where everybody else is. I want to try to survive. Blah, 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 blah. So you don't. So it's like everything in the game is out of your control. With the, obviously you get good at the game. You could shoot people. That's every game. But I mean, like outside of that, the only thing you can control is the way your character looks.
Right.
And it's like, ugh.
But of course, those are just aimed at a totally different demographic than me. I just don't play them.
Yeah,
not because they're bad. It's just because I don't want to.
I mean, when Battlefield 2042 or whatever the fuck drops, I'm going to play that game.
Oh, I'm playing that one with you.
And like that's gonna be super. They're gonna have a bajillion stupid fucking skins that I will not buy.
Oh, not a single one. Isn't that? Did I hear something crazy that one might not actually have a story?
It will not have a story. They're not doing a story at all. Which the last two had the episodic stories.
Right.
Did you play those?
I played a little bit of them, yeah.
They were fucking cool. I played.
I think it was Battlefield
Both of
1 I played the most of out of those two.
So yeah, the way that they've done them in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5. Battlefield 1 was what? World War 1.
World War
Battlefield
One.
5 was World War 2. Is they did it like episodic, where basically they would tell you like short stories, like you would play through a short story as a character in a particular area. So it'd be like kind of like a Band of Brothers style, where all of it's kind of linked together because it's all the same war or whatever.
Right.
But you'd be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go do this story, and it's like the pilot's story. So
Yeah.
you'll be like, okay, you start on the ground, then you got to get in your first plane, you take off, you learn how to shoot, and they kind of give you this like, oh, this experience of like big battles and stuff, and you go through the pilot's quest, and then there's like the tank guy, and then there's the Italian shock trooper, and then there's
That makes me so sad. I didn't know that they just aren't going to have a story.
I mean,
now I'm still going to play it with you because I love the multiplayer in Battlefield. But fuck. That's disappointing.
Yeah, it is. It is, because like I said, I played them. I mean, I tried the one for Battlefield 4. That was fucking god-awful.
It definitely wasn't a great story, but I had fun in it.
Battlefield Hardline had a weird story. Did you ever play the cop one? Did you ever play Hardline?
I never did, for some reason. I really wanted to, but... it was right after 4, and I played the fuck out of 4.
It was a weird game. It wasn't developed by the same studio. It used the engine, but you're a cop, and you could either kill everyone or you could arrest them, and you get these like badges if you arrest them, or you could just kill everyone.
Cop life.
Yeah, exactly. Serve and protect or murder?
Murder and
red
profit.
button.
So yeah, was there anything else you wanted to say about that, or no? Should we move on?
About cops killing people?
No. Battlefield.
No. I'm looking for... What?
Sorry, that still just bums me out. I mean, I'm still gonna play the hell out of the multiplayer because.
Oh, I thought you were going back to cops.
No, just the multiplayer thing.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like, I think, they got all the data, right? They could see who played what. They could see how many people got through the campaign. And it's just like, I'm probably one of the dingbats that actually was like, that was pretty good.
Yep.
Shouldn't have wasted my time doing that.
But
I always liked it because, like, in Bad Company 2, you could unlock the weapons you find on the map.
Oh, yeah. Bad Company. That was such a good one.
Bad Company 1 and 2. Those stories were fucking cool.
The characters were awesome.
The acting was good. The way they did the maps, because they were like open world maps still, so you could kind of go around and search and be like, oh, there's a cool weapon in this shack.
Right.
That's out of the way that I don't have to go to. It's not the main objective, but
I'm gonna.
Yep.
So, let's move on
Moving on.
to Look What I Found.
Hey.
Woo, woo. Did you want to go first this time, or do you want me to go first?
I mean, if you say this time, then I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I found. It's an Athletic World Black Seal hang tab. This is before Nintendo bought it from Bandai. So this is the stadium events style Athletic World. So this is the first print of it in the United States before Nintendo bought it and
just started packaging it.
Just packaging it, yeah.
And yeah, that Black Seal is like, there's versions of this with and without the Black Seal, and the Black Seal is the harder one to find even.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know about this.
Yeah. I actually don't know that this one ever got another print run with this style box. I think this is the only print of this one before Nintendo bought it.
Right, but I think it was just like the sticker color changed at one point. Didn't it?
Well, so for some of them, oh, look, this one's got like a little stain on the book. It's still kind of cool, but look at this. Coming soon, 2 great new game packs to be used with the unique control mat stadium events.
Oh.
And we got that one too.
And aerobics. Which is actually, that game was actually not terrible.
And Nintendo bought that too.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
that's hilarious.
So yeah, hang tab, black sticker seal, Athletic World. It's not in the best shape of all time. I mean, the cartridge is really nice, and the fact that I have the box is cool. The box does have like a tear in the top where the hang tab was. Like it just got yanked on or something. But it is, it's all intact still, which is nice.
Hell yeah.
It's just kind of one of those real weird ones. Like, not the coolest thing you can find, but definitely, like, I don't know. I'm more into the oddity type stuff these days. You know what I mean? Like, give me something that's like I haven't seen before.
Right.
This is one of them.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That definitely makes all my stuff look like garbage because in comparison it is.
I mean, but your stuff is actually playable, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing all my stuff.
Yeah, I'm not going to play this fucking thing. I'm going to sell the shit out of this.
Yeah. But I'm gonna start with the not video game stuff that I found this week. And one of them, not that these are hard to find at all, actually you can find all sorts of colors at the store.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Level 7 Games carries Dragon Shield.
Which is Dragon Shield. And if you don't know what the hell these are just card covers that since we've been talking about Fireball Island, I assume you know what it is a little bit. If not, it's just a board game that I've been obsessed with for years, and I finally got my own copy. And I wanted to keep the cards in real nice shape. So I bought these these sleeves that, they're, of course, the front is clear, but I bought the red translucent so you can read the backs of the cards as well. And, red for Fireball Island because that just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's nothing crazy, nothing too out there. I just wanted to show you guys that because these sleeves are definitely some of my favorite sleeves. I've bought a good handful of sleeves, and I think these Dragon Shields are probably the ones I'm just going to stick with from now on.
Dragon Shields are nice. I like katanas.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both good. I use both, but personally, I just like the mat on the katanas, the way they shuffle a little bit more, but Dragon Shields are fucking sick. So
nice.
Only one of these Athletic Worlds CIB has sold with the hang tab, and it's $750, and that was in February.
Hot damn, dude.
That's stupid.
Well,
Sorry.
I also
I didn't see.
randomly found the first Police Story.
So good. So good.
And I've never actually been able to watch this movie all the way through yet, so I was just so stoked. And I found it for $4.
It's got one of the best Jackie Chan stunts. That's the one where he goes through the window of the double-decker.
Yeah. That was actually where I had to stop the first time I watched this movie, and then I just wasn't able to find it again. So I'm super stoked that I found that. So just random movie find for you guys.
Yeah. Is that also the one where he slides down the fucking at the end of it in the mall? When he slides down the lights and like ended up breaking his back and stuff? I think so. That Dragon Story, and I mean Dragon Dynasty, those are good prints of that too. So yeah, that's Police Story, a new Police Story, solid, but that's one of the best fucking movies that he's done for sure, in my opinion.
Even incredible stunts, says New York Times on the front.
Yeah, I'm sure they.
So yeah, I don't know, because like I said, I only made it to the bus part, and that's only like 35 minutes in or something.
Oh,
so I've never actually seen this all the way through, so I'm stoked.
Nice. We were watching Rush Hour earlier today, actually.
Yeah.
Alicia watched all 3 of them in the last, 2 days.
Really?
She's just like, this is great. And it's just Chris Tucker going, ah! And Jackie going, can you understand the word coming out of my mouth? Nobody can understand you, man.
So along with the card sleeves, I found another freaking gem at the store recently. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Essentials on the PSP.
By the way, Delta Strain totally sounds like a fucking Splinter Cell game.
What?
Splinter Cell, Delta Strain.
Delta Strain.
I'm talking about the COVID.
Oh. I could see that being a name of a Splinter Cell.
I think it's because Omega Strain is one of them.
That's a siphon filter.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Same.
I just got that one like 2 weeks ago.
Pandora tomorrow.
But yeah, I was stoked when I found this one because, I went for card sleeves, but I saw this in the case and I was like, oh shit.
Gotta get it.
That's like one of 2 Tom Clancy things I don't own. So I bought it. Mm-hmm. It's in great condition.
And PSP games are fucking hard to find.
Yeah, they really are. So I actually ordered this one freaking sealed. But I got this like dirt cheap. Apparently nobody wants this game.
No.
You can easily find it for like $4 sealed.
It's a weird one.
The only reason I left it sealed is because I wanted to open it here and ask you, like, does this look like a reprint of this label? Because look at the text, and then look at the border, like the color around the border of the whole thing. Like the seal looks legit, like with the flaps.
It's just a shittier re-release.
Just a shitty re-release of
yeah,
it.
God.
Yeah, it looks awful, and I would love to show you guys, but they're so tiny. I doubt you'd be able to see it, even if I held it like against the camera.
It's just a lazy print job on the litho in there.
But yeah, so.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I liked Siphon Filter 1, but never really like followed it after that.
No?
Logan Shadow, was that anything like Groundhog's Day or?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I've really only played the first.
You're
one.
like, it's fucking sealed. How the fuck should I know?
I was gonna say the first one's really
Get it graded, dude.
No.
Get it graded. Send it in a WADA, bud. Get it graded. Heritage Auctions. 8 rocket emojis to the sky.
Woo! No, I wanted to open it.
Money Machine Go Burr. Come on.
Just because I wanted to point out the print job on it before I opened it, just to be like, hey, I didn't mess with it. I think it looks like shit. But I just wanted to see.
It's like crazy. You're gonna get home and Krista's gonna be like, "Did you print this?" Like, no, I even proved it.
Oh, there's not even a. What the fuck? Look at the PSP itself, like case. That doesn't even have the PSP logo on it.
It doesn't. It doesn't even have the little game symbol, because it used to have the game, like the controller symbol or the film strip.
And then it said UMD on the other side. Or no, like the little PSP on the other side or something.
Yeah.
That's fucking... This is a weird print. Look at that. That just looks like it's different plastic even.
Well, and I mean, it's weird. It's Sony first party.
Yeah. What the hell did I buy? I mean, it looks fine. I mean, obviously, I just opened it.
It'll be fine. It's just a later reprint. They just try less and less and less as they go. I mean, remember that time when Nintendo used to give books?
No.
Yeah. Then they were like, no more books for you.
Yeah,
and you're just like, but what about all the cool art and stuff? And they're like, books are expensive. And you're like, well, not really. I don't think that they are. And they're like, no, it's way too expensive for a book.
I mean, it also has French on it.
I'm telling you, it's just some like international reprint. They just
Crazy. So yeah,
the Brazil copy.
That's crazy. I just wanted to do that here. And another one. I'm not gonna open this one right away just because.
I also forgot and accidentally closed the timer a while ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So
I just saw.
We're surely over time. Just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, I assumed we were, and I just didn't hear the alarm or something. But I also got this one through the mail this week, and it showed up as a PAL version. I was not expecting that. Although I did learn that the PAL versions of PS4 games have this cool, like, little easy open tab.
They do. They have the cool little peel strip.
Yeah, you can see the...
Although before you open that, I would check because it is an online-only game. No, I don't think that matters.
It's not online-only. I think you have to be online the first time to download the game. Because it only has so much on the disc.
What?
Well, because...
It's got an offline story?
Doesn't it? I mean, the first one did. I'm going to have to play it soon, I guess. Online connection required.
Yeah, I mean, you could play it online by yourself, but it's like a Destiny style game where you're always online and you can just run into random people and stuff.
That's annoying as fuck.
I like the little symbols they use for the Peggy 18, bad language, violence, in-game purchases, and it's like they got these cool little icons for each of them. It's like, oh man,
Reading's hard.
reading is hard for
But yeah,
me.
there's those images. So yeah, I've never seen a PAL version of a PS4 game, so that's cool to see the little PS4 strip across. I'll definitely have to look into that though before I open this bad boy.
Yeah, I think it's just based on your account. So if you have an American account, you're gonna have an American server or whatever. I think it'll be fine, honestly, because it's just the same version of the game, and then. Yeah.
Right. So, cool beans. And last, but certainly not least, one of the coolest demo discs ever to exist.
Dude,
This is it's got a demo of Rainbow Six 3, Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, and Ghost Recon Island Thunder on the original Xbox.
Dang.
But
Ubisoft to this date that hasn't released anything with as much content as this.
what's even crazier, this has extra missions on it as well. For Splinter Cell, it's got 3 extra missions, and it's got 4 extra missions for Ghost Recon Island Thunder.
Dang.
And this is the only way you can play those extra missions on your Xbox.
Hey, that's kind of sweet.
Right? Like Raph found this crap, like, at Second and Charles, and he just, like, randomly brought it up to me, and I was like, oh, this is cool, what's this? And I looked at it, I was like, Tom Clancy, good pick. And he's like, yeah. I'm kind of training him to just sniff stuff out for me as well.
Mostly.
And then I looked at it. I was just getting ready to put it back because, obviously, I own Rainbow Six 3, I own Ghost Recon, and I own Splinter Cell. But then I looked at it, I was like, wait, demo disc? What the fuck is it? And then, yeah, all these extra missions for, like, you have to own the game, and you have to, like, put the game in first and then put this in to actually play these missions. But, damn it, that's cool.
I agree.
Like, that's just one of those things you're never going to see ever again.
Ever.
Ever.
In your
ever
whole
again.
life. So take it in. Take it in.
Well, I mean, like, just physical copy of DLC, essentially.
Spec on it, bro. Just buy out eBay. They're only $10 right now, dude.
Really?
Just buy out all of them and then watch the price soar.
That's awesome.
It's kind of weird. I think there's only one on eBay right now.
I got this for a whopping $3, I believe.
See, they call it a demo disc, but it's got real content.
Right?
Interesting.
It's crazy. So I saw that and I was like, I'm shart, yes.
You're like, you fucking betcha.
A lot of Tom Clancy again this week.
Surprise. It's almost as if one of us is in love with Tom Clancy.
I'm just shocked that there's that much left for me to find.
That's a good point.
Like, I just thought I owned everything already, but I keep kind of stumbling upon things. I'm like, hey, wait, how did I not have this?
Dude, I feel that.
But there you go. So, with that having passed, hold on, I think my computer just died. Oh, okay, I was going to say, if this is dead, this kind of makes this last part extremely impossible. But moving on to Other John's Collection. And last week, the wheels spun Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Have you ever played this game? You know, I was expecting not as awesome of a game as this is.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, a 4-player Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
It sounds fun. Unlike most Final Fantasy games.
It's so mean because I love Final Fantasy, but that's so true. Like, I was expecting it, like, I thought I was going to have to play for like 4 hours before I even wanted to record.
Well, Final Fantasy is like just kind of work. You know, you're like, okay. It's like when you're starting a new series, right? On TV, you're like, okay, I got to get through the first episode. That's like they're going to introduce the characters, and then something's going to happen to set up the whole plot. I mean, it's going to be kind of boring, maybe. Like you kind of set yourself up to expect that with a Final Fantasy game, where you're like, fuck, there's just going to be so much story and so much just bullshit.
Right, and I was totally expecting like a Next Generation episode 1 for this. Because, man, the first episode of the Next Generation Star Trek, it's awful. Do you remember that?
The first episode of Next Generation?
Yeah.
No.
It was like the Q trial for humanity. And it was just basically Picard being like, we're awesome. You're like, okay. That first one sucked. But yeah, I was expecting that kind of shift for this. But it was actually super fun. It doesn't seem like it would be that long of a game. And for most Final Fantasy fans, I'm sure that's a downer. But for me, I was like, I might actually beat this fucking game at some point.
Is it still turn-based?
No, it's more action RPG where you have an area where you run around in. And then you select like your action with the L and the R. So you can switch between like attack, defend. And you pick up magic as you're in whatever area you're in. Because it's not an open world. You start each little trek on the open or the world map, and you just hit a direction, and your little caravan like goes wherever it's supposed to go in that little line, And then, like, if you pick a fighting area, you start that area with attack and defend. And those are the only commands in your list. And then as you play through there, you could pick up magic that is, like, correspondent to that little area by defeating things. And then you add, like, fire and lightning. And
Okay.
so it's different, and it's different enough from most Final Fantasies that it, like, I was interested to see what the hell was going to happen. But it had the feel of a Final Fantasy. So, freaking all thumbs up from me on this one.
I dig it. I was definitely questionable on whether or not you were going to like that one or not.
Yeah, me too. And I was pleasantly surprised. So,
Hey.
that's always good.
Well, there you have it. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube. Greatest game ever made.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Pretty sure they just remade that for the Switch as well.
I think so.
So,
we're going to select a new game for you to play this week
yes.
by spinning the wheel with over, 1,600 games now? How many games you got?
It is now at over 2,000 games.
Jeez,
I know.
it's pretty good. It's hefty.
Yeah.
Hefty boy.
So, yeah, if this is your first time seeing this, like John just said, this is my collection of games that I own. So, just trying to give you guys random gameplay of random ass games each week.
So the way that it works is he put all of the games that he owns into this database, which then puts it on a RNG wheel, right? The random number generator. I think Price is Right. And then we spin the wheel. It selects a game. He plays it that week. We record it. We put it up online and say, "Fucking there you go. There you have it."
And give you a first impression.
Yep. You like this game? There you have it.
Console, I think I'm feeling the PlayStation 5 this week.
PS5.
I have no clue why, but I'm feeling it.
Going Game Boy.
Game Boy? Dope. Here we go.
Here comes the noise.
Oh, so good.
Oh.
So awful. The little scene.
I like that. Seen it.
Yeah, the Scene It music.
Is that what that is? That's the Seen It music.
That's what you called it before, so that's just what I'm going to call it from now on.
Did I called it that before?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what it is.
It sounds just like it. So it probably is. Let's see what we got.
Ooh.
Oh, GTA London
One of my favorites, dude.
on PlayStation 1.
Dude, I played the shit out of GTA London. That was so good. I mean, that was DLC before DLC. That was an expansion.
Yeah, speaking of random DLC stuff, this is a game that you bought as DLC for the first Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you'd be like, well, it was the second one, right?
No, the first one.
Was it the first one?
Yeah, because this was an in-between between 1 and 2.
Was it? Okay. I couldn't remember.
This is just like a...
Because otherwise it would be GTA 2 London. Yeah. But I remember didn't they do like a split disc at some point that had both of them?
Did they?
I think so.
I don't know. I
think I had something that had both of them.
Because I had the first GTA from back in the day, and then I found this one randomly like 4 years ago or something. And I was like, GTA London, I've never played that. And I still haven't played it, so I'm super stoked to play this. And finally, a PlayStation 1 title. Like the 1 week I didn't guess PlayStation 1.
Right? Yeah, okay, so there's the collector's edition. The collector's edition had...
Oh, came with both?
Yeah, it came with both.
That's cool.
So that's what I had.
Yeah,
That's cheap.
Really?
$13.
Wow, that's not bad at all.
And I don't know. Personally, like, don't get me wrong. I love GTA 5. I didn't like 4. 3 was okay. Blah, blah, blah. But I like the top-down GTAs.
I think
that's my shit. The Chinatown Wars was sick.
Ooh,
GTA 1 and 2 in London were awesome.
Right.
So you know, fight me.
I'm super excited. Like I said, I've owned it for a couple years, but I've never actually played the London expansion. So I'm stoked. And that, my friends, is the end of this episode.
Hey, we did it. We made it to the end. I didn't fall asleep.
You did a great job. Good job.
Thank you. What can I say? I took a little easier today too. And I left work a little bit earlier, and I didn't wake up at 5.
Oh.
I woke up at 7, and I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
Don't kill yourself today at work. And so I didn't.
Sweet. It shows. But yeah, again, the questions of the week. What mini console would you like to see come to fruition?
And why? What games? Like, are there specific titles? You know?
I would love Yeah.
Convince me. Sell me on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun.
Smell me on it.
I like it. Also, who was your first celebrity crush, if you feel like it?
For me, it was actually Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, damn. Same series.
What can I
There you
say?
go. There you go.
Great minds think alike.
And, I mean, hell, what cool shit did you find this week?
Yeah, I want to see the stuff that you saw
That'd be cool.
in your possession.
Yeah. Beyond that, I don't know if we had any more questions. I think the rest was just all real informative stuff that you could write essays about.
What's up, essay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was a good one. It was a good one. We got through some stuff. Hopefully, there's some spicier news coming up soon. But we'll keep you informed on the new store as more information comes. We're still kind of like currently stuck in construction limbo, but I've talked to the contractor, and we should be good by the 28th. So come hell or high waters, something's happening.
Awesome. And remember, if you guys actually comment on and answer our questions, you're entered into win this awesome sticker bundle.
Yeah, we'll send it to you somehow, or you can come get it from me if you're local.
Sounds awesome. Official sign off.
Right. How's the? Oh yeah, that's a good one. I always like this one though. I mean, I don't. Okay.
Just like every British movie of American salutes is.
Yeah.
It's like that is wrong, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye bye.